by Gemma and Jeanita. So we say a very good evening to both of you. I hope that you are well. Now, in particular, you're going to talk to us about housing and employment. Now, this is obviously a massive part of clients of Cardinal Hume rebuilding their lives. That's what you are responsible for. So, what's the most, shall we say, common advice that people coming to the centre actually need and what they look for?
I think the main reason people come is financial worries. Sorry, I can't talk all of a sudden. So, and those difficulties often are putting their homes at risk. So often they'll come with rent arrears that they will be really, really afraid about. And it's that kind of fear that's the first thing really that we need to try and help them with, because often people feel really paralyzed by that and feel like they can't get over it.
Now, Janita, I'm guessing that when clients come to you, that they obviously don't necessarily have an understanding of what's potentially available to them and the help that's out there. What's the one thing that you would say that you wish that your clients knew more, or they just knew automatically, as it were? You know, what's the message you want to get to them?
At a personal level, I just love this story that Angela's read so beautifully. You know, that crow reached his potential. It wasn't the way anybody expected him to. It was something so different and so unique for a crow. Everybody who comes to us, I want them to know that they deserve to reach their potential. They deserve to have a happy ending and a good job and to feel fulfilled.
Emma, what type of homelessness do the families in Westminster face? Because I'm going to be perfectly honest. Okay, this is said it many times this evening. It's not necessarily a subject to know that much about, but I don't associate entire families having to face homelessness, especially in a London borough like Westminster, which is arguably, supposedly, one of the wealthiest boroughs.
Yes. I think, you know, there's more than one type of homelessness, as you say. It doesn't necessarily mean that people are sleeping on the streets, although there are people whose landlords have given them notice and who are at risk of that. But what we do have in Westminster is a very severe shortage of social housing. And also the majority of the housing stock in Westminster is kind of small flats. And so we find a lot of extremely overcrowded households. And a lot of households who have faced homelessness and have been to the local authority, but then are placed in temporary accommodation, and they don't know whether or when they're going to get anything longer term. The council often have to use private